Reverend Father Xavier Joseph Lionel, fondly known as Father Lionel, was born on 25th March 1940 to Mr. Joseph William Xavier and Mrs. Cecilia Mendes at Wellington, Ooty. He did his schooling at St. Bede's Anglo-Indian School, Madras, and Sacred Heart School, Tirupattur. He joined the aspirantate in the year 1963 and completed his pre-novitiate in 1965 at the retreat ERCOT. He made his first profession on 24th May 1966 and proceeded to complete his studies in philosophy at the retreat ERCOT. After his final profession on 24th May 1970, he actively pursued his theology at Christu Jyoti College, Bangalore. Father Lionel was ordained a deacon on 22nd March 1973 at Christu Jyoti College, Bangalore by Right Reverend Bishop R. Ekwesami, and on 20th December 1973, he was ordained a priest in Madras by Right Reverend Archbishop Arulappa. He successfully concluded his coursework and obtained multiple diplomas in typewriting and shorthand at London Chamber of Commerce, Madras, and his bachelor's in history at Pune University, Pune, diploma in spirituality at Angelicum, Rome, Italy. He has shown exemplary and unwavering dedication in his ministry at Don Bosco Matunga, Bombay, Don Bosco Vyasarpadi, Madras, St. Bede's, Madras, the Citadel Provincial House, Kilpauk, Don Bosco Vellakkinar, Coimbatore, Don Bosco Egmore, Chennai, and as a missionary for many years in the South American Mission, African Mission, Don Bosco Ondo, Nigeria, Fambul, Sierra Leone in West Africa, Don Bosco Utume, Nairobi, Kenya, Africa Mission at Don Bosco Tema, Ghana. He has been a confessor and counselor at Don Bosco Egmore, Perambur, and Don Bosco Tirupattur. At present, he continues his ministry as a confessor at Don Bosco Perambur, Chennai.
I come from a family of 5 boys and 2 girls. My father, Mr. William Joseph, served in the British Army in Chennai, Wellington and Ooty. My mother is a teacher. I'm very grateful to God for having given me this grace to become a Salesian. I never thought I would become a Salesian because my father wanted me to join the bank. I wanted to become a pilot and my father said no. So my story begins like that. My early life was spent in the boarding because my father was in the British Army. I studied in St. Kevin's and St. Bede's. And after that, my father wanted me to study commerce to join State Bank of India. I did not get the bank, but I worked for 5 years in Madras Gymkhana Club as a stenographer. It was during that time that I visited Tirupattur to visit my old rector, Father Tuena, in October 1963. It was during that time that I felt inclination to become a Salesian. So in 1963, on the 12th of December, I resigned my job and I joined the aspirantate in 1963. In 1994, Father Camillus became the provincial and asked me to become the rector of Don Bosco Egmore.
For Lionel Xavier, you always remind us of 3 P's: prayer, patience, and perseverance. People call you AI, not artificial intelligence, not Anglo-Indian, but you are Afro-Indian because you worked 22 years in Africa as a missionary and you have shown to the Salesians that your missionary zeal for the congregation.
I was a SPCI secretary, so I asked the fathers, I'd like to go to the missions. So in 1995, while I was rector in St. Don Bosco, a letter came from the mission from Rome to ask me to come to the missions. So in 1995, I left for the missions in Africa. Since 1995 to 2018, I served in Africa. I served first in Nigeria for 10 years, 3 years in Sierra Leone, 1 year in Kenya, and 8 years in Liberia.
We see in our community a cheerful person. As St. John Bosco said, holiness consists in being cheerful, and you have always exemplified that. And you are young at heart. Though 60 years have passed in religious life and the 87 years on this earthly life, you still look very young in your heart and even physically.
I came back in 2018 for the checkup, and they found that I had a heart problem, and they put 2 stents in my heart. I went back to work in Liberia, and then I came back to go to the missions to secure funds for the missions in New Zealand and Australia. I'm very grateful to God also, because during my mission, I was saved. I was held up at gunpoint, but they did not kill me, but they asked forgiveness. I also was very seriously sick in Sierra Leone. I had 6 attacks of typhoid. The last attack of typhoid, the medical authorities by mistake gave me the wrong medication. I was very seriously sick, and luckily I met one of the doctors from India who saved my life. I was for 5 days in a very critical condition, and so I am grateful to God for having saved my life. When I came back to India also, I had a very serious attack of viral infection that also really, I was between death and life, I should say. I was very serious, but God saved my life, and here I am today. First of all, I want to say I'm very, very grateful to God for all the goodness that He has shown to me. I'd like to thank God, my parents, all those who have helped me in this journey of my faith today.
We thank God for this beautiful gift that you show in our community. May God bless you, and thank you for all that you do to our community and to our province.
Diamond Jubilee of Religious Profession. Dear Father Lionel Xavier, today we are delighted to felicitate you on the joyous occasion of your Diamond Jubilee of Religious Profession. We thank God for the wonderful gift that you are to the Salesian congregation and to the countless young people and faithful whose lives you have touched over the past 60 years. The Salesian Constitution reminds us, because we proclaim the good news, we are always joyful. Article 17. Dear Father Lionel, you have truly lived these words. Your cheerful presence, infectious smile, and unwavering optimism have brought hope wherever you have served. You are always young at heart. Your generous missionary service in Africa, your dedicated ministry as a province secretary, and your present role as much loved confessor and spiritual director in a province reflect your tireless commitment to the Salesian mission. Rooted in prayer, nourished by Eucharist, and strengthened by your devotion to Mary, help of Christian, you continue to guide many with wisdom, compassion, and fatherly care. Your ability to gather resources through your generous benefactors. One example is this auditorium. Brian is a close friend of Father Lionel, and through him we also got a huge sum from him. Dear Father Lionel, on behalf of the Salesian province of St. Thomas the Apostle, Chennai, we thank you for a joyful witness, your missionary zeal, and your 60 years of faithful Salesian life. May the Lord continue to bless you always. Dear Father Lionel, thank you. Thank you, dear Father.